I would love to up level my marketing, be able to start an email list, be able to create content on my social media platforms, and really make sure I'm marketing my childcare program in a more intentional way, in a way that truly makes a difference. But I am afraid of tech. I'm afraid of softwares, learning something new. And I'm not sure if I am able to learn all the tech involved in order to be able to take care of my marketing. If that's you, I want you to stick around because over the next 10, 15 minutes or so, I am going to walk you through three misconceptions when it comes to tech and running and implementing marketing strategies for your childcare program. So, real quickly, I know what it feels like when you're afraid of tech, especially if it's not something that's kind of like second nature to you. Maybe you're a child of the 90s, maybe you're someone that, really just wants to be good at one thing in their business, which in your case is working with kids or running your team. And, you're not quite sure if you can learn the tech you need in order to be able to, create, let's say, videos or reels online or to update your website by yourself. I know exactly what that feels like because I was there years ago when I started my childcare business. I was one of these owners that really just went full force all in. But I was afraid of anything new. I was afraid of learning new things and anything that had to do with the computer and technical things was really, really scary to me. I had a really bad experience going to school in a computer lab. And I said, you know what? I don't really need to be comfortable with computers. So I never, thought about it twice. Obviously, when you're running a business, you need to be, you need to understand a few things to be able to run a smooth business, right? Whether it's software for payroll or whether it's, putting up a website. I quickly realized that I could no longer operate my childcare program and, want all these things that I wanted, all these goals that I had, if I wasn't ready to tackle my fear, which was fear of tech. And I could tell you, it took me a really long time to get comfortable with tech and to be able to implement things that now I look at and I think to myself, wow, like you actually did it. So I know exactly what you're feeling like if you're one of these owners that's just terrified of tech, or you just don't, you think it's too difficult, or you just not do it at all. I know exactly what you feel like, but I promise you that if you give yourself permission to learn something new, and you let go of all those fears, you're going to see that you are capable of so much more than you think. And I know that you are. If you're new here, my name is Christina Rizakos. I'm a childcare business marketing expert, early childhood educator by trade. I ran my own childcare center for over 16 years, and I now I run a marketing agency that helps childcare directors from all over the world with their marketing. And I want to talk a little bit about this fear of tech and the misconceptions that a lot of childcare directors have when it comes to tech. Okay. So first, I want to address this mindset shift that we really have to make as business owners, especially in today's world. Like I'm pretty sure that the way we market right now, the way we do business, everything has changed, right? Especially through the pandemic and people going, moving more towards the online space. So we have to get over this this fear of thinking that we're not capable of figuring something out. It's totally wrong, not true. And it's something that you really have to program yourself to think other ways, right? So instead of saying things like, I'm terrified, or I feel so dumb when it comes to tech, or I don't know what the heck I'm doing, really try to stop yourself on your tracks and replace those negative comments with more positive ones that are going to create a different way of thinking about this, right? So for example, if, I don't know, putting up a website or, updating the copy on your website stresses you out, instead of saying I suck or no, I don't know what to do, I'm a dummy when it comes to tech, right? I'm just not going to do it because, never mind, just leave it up there. It doesn't really matter. You have to really switch that into something more positive that's going to help you run a better program. If you're watching this video, I want to believe that it's because you want to up-level your marketing and you want to up-level your skills as a childcare director. But you can't really do that if you're talking down on yourself, right? Just like you wouldn't tell one of your kids or a close friend or one of your best friends, hey, you're too dumb to figure this out. You're not going to do this, right? You would never say that to someone that you love, right? But a lot of the times as directors or as women in general, we like to say these things to ourselves, or maybe not like, but we do say these things to ourselves to kind of put us down, and we don't think anything of it, right? So that's the first thing I want you to think about is really stopping yourself in your tracks and figuring out what else you can use instead of these negative, demeaning terms that and expressions that we like to tell ourselves. Okay, so the first misconception that I hear a lot, and by the way, these misconceptions, a lot of them I had, but also with my clients that I work in my agency one-on-one, I hear them say these things a lot as well. So the first is, I need to know all of it perfectly before starting. And that is so not true. Just like anything, when you're first starting out, you're going to suck at it. It's just a fact. But the faster you get comfortable and the more you do something, guess what? The better you become at it, right? Tech doesn't become easy just because it's just like 2 years later. No, it becomes easier because for 2 years, you've been testing things. You've been trying different things, right? You've been actively taking little steps in order to be better at something until you master it, right? These are skills that anyone can have and master, but it does take you taking those little steps every single day and not stopping when at the beginning it is going to feel hard and it's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel like a brand new world. And you're going to want to quit. You're going to feel like you don't know what you're doing, but that's normal, right? So don't wait until you know everything to start, because guess what? You're never going to know enough of it. You're never going to know everything that has to do with, tech or Facebook ads or whatever you're trying to do. It just doesn't happen. You don't know everything that you need to know before you start. You start taking the steps, you start learning, you start implementing until you get more comfortable at doing these things and at implementing and using the tech that you'll need. Okay. The other thing that I hear a lot of is tech is really hard to learn, right? Like it's too hard to learn and I don't have time. Like it's too hard. I don't really need that. Like I've been okay. I've been running my business. I've been okay till now, right? I wish I had more clients. I wish I had a wait list. I wish I was more confident with the online space and recording videos, but it's too hard, right? So I don't have time. I just don't want to do it. Isn't everything hard? Isn't everything hard when we start something new? Isn't everything hard? Wasn't it hard for you to learn how to write and read, start a program and maybe apply for grants? Wasn't that hard? Wasn't it hard quitting your job and saying, you know what, I'm going to step into entrepreneurship and I'm going to be a business owner? I'm pretty sure that will start as well, right? So everything is difficult to learn, but you have to start somewhere. And tech is no different. It's no different. Start small, take little steps. First, start with one task, and then get better at it, and then tackle something else. But tech is not as hard as you think when it comes to running your program and when it comes to marketing your program. It isn't. But just like anything, there's a learning curve involved. So you really have to be patient. Another misconception that I hear a lot is tech is too expensive. Like it's too expensive. There's no way I could either hire a marketing agency or I can do Facebook ads by myself, or I don't know how to start an email list. What are all these companies I have to sign up with? Like it's too expensive. I don't have the budget for it. And I hate to break it to you, but if you are one of these childcare directors that is still thinking, passing out a flyer and thinking that's enough for marketing, then you are going to struggle to fully book your program. The world has shifted to the online space, and the faster you get on board with that, the easier implementing a marketing strategy for your childcare program is going to be. And it's going to give you a slight edge over your competitors, which are most probably stuck exactly where you are, trying to figure out the online space. Okay, so tech is not expensive when we're talking about marketing strategies, right? So for starters, what do you need to in terms of tech tools, right? So number one, you need a website, which I'm pretty sure you already have one, right? Then you'll have to probably go in and update it once every couple of months. Either you can hire someone to do that for you, pay a small fee, or you can do that yourself if you know how to do that. Or if you can manage to learn how to do that, which you definitely can. So you don't even have to pay that fee to anyone. You'll need tech when it comes to your email list, right? And there's a lot of free platforms that you can sign up with that offer free accounts. So like MailChimp.com, for example, that integrates pretty well with a lot of web hosting packages and totally free to use, right? And Facebook, right? So creating content online, so Facebook or Instagram, wherever you are, marketing or advertising your program, free as well. The platforms are free to use. And if you're not spending money on ads, you're not spending a penny on anything, right? All it is your time to actually sit in front of your computer and go on canva.com, which is another free tool where you can use to, create videos, flyers, templates, whatever it is that you want to post on your social media platforms in terms of content, and then just pre-schedule all that in. So it's not expensive. It's totally free. Again, the only thing you would probably pay is for your domain and your web hosting. That's it, right? So where is this, this misconception of it's too expensive come from? I'm still not sure. Now, you will have to invest some money if you want to take this a step further and start investing in ads, for example, which is an excellent way and a faster way to get more traffic on your platforms. But if you're not ready for that yet, and all you want to learn is how to create content online, update your website, and start an email list, free, free, free. Okay. So we have to get out of our way and stop marketing our programs like it's 2005. Gone are the days where you would go to your local grocery store and put up a flyer and think I've done my I've marketed my center. That's not how it works. And if you're following me, if you're on this channel, it's because you are someone that wants to learn how to lead from the heart, and that you really want to up level your game when it comes to you as a director, but also your marketing. So I hope that this video kind of made you feel more at ease when it comes to marketing, and to really give yourself permission to take that first step, whatever it is for you right now in your business, and learn and make the mistake, but then learn from there and just keep moving forward. Unfortunately, the online space isn't going anywhere. Online marketing is not going anywhere. So the faster you get on board with that and you give yourself permission to venture off and learn these things, the faster and the easier it's going to be for you, and obviously your program, your business. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye for now.